The purpose of this video is to break down the proposal for 11200 that we're sending out and hopefully clarify why we chose the points to start with that we did. Now, I'm going to skip the obvious stuff here, all the formalities, the building, initial space needs, existing, etc. Let's go to the parts that require explanation. The initial term, we're asking for 7 years. We're suggesting that you go with 7 years because we're going to attempt to lower the net effective or the average rent. One of the ways that we do that, and one of the most effective ways that's done, is by extending the term out. I'm going to show you a spreadsheet to show you how that works momentarily. As far as termination options, if you're squeamish about committing for 7 years, we're asking for a right to terminate after 5 years with a 90-day written notice to the landlord. So essentially, it's a 5-year lease, but you have 7 years that you can roll into if you choose. As far as the abated rent, it's uncommon for landlords to give abated rent or free rent on a renewal scenario, but we get it done roughly 60% of the time. I'm asking for 3 months outside the lease term here. I expect this number to be tweaked by the landlord, but we'll use this as leverage to get what we want on the rent side. Now, as far as your base rental rate, we're starting low at 1850 with 50-cent bumps. We expect them to counter. We expect them to counter with a higher number. But as you can see here, the fact that we're stretching out 7 years, we're ending it at 2150. This is still 50 cents lower than where they want to start you right now, just to put it in context. So this is a very aggressive proposal, but we'll look how the numbers work out in a second when I pull out the spreadsheet. As far as your base year, we want to cap your additional rent expenses so they're no more than 5% a year. The renewal provisions, that's pretty standard. Could you please fill out any tenant improvements that you'd like to have? This is a great place and a great time to really get into that. Now, let me pull out the spreadsheet here. Now, please disregard some of these other boxes because we're not using that yet until we get a response. But let's go into very quickly. I want to look at the tenant proposal column. This is the numbers on what we're proposing, and we're going to focus on this box right here. Now, as far as the tenant proposal, I put in the numbers here so you can see if we're at 1,800 square feet and we expect the market to have your additional rent costs increase 3% a year. That's the average. We've already calculated that here. Year one, we're proposing a monthly rent of 2,775. That's all in. That's everything included. And year two would be 2,850. Year three would be 2,925, etc. To 3,000 to 3075 to 3,150. And year seven be $3,225. Now, if you're looking at that and thinking, is this as aggressive as we can get? Let's take a look at what the market's actually charging right now for this space. They're wanting to start at $23. And we're looking at this box right here. Okay, so instead of 27.75 for year one, they want to start at 34.50. Okay, that's the difference. So we're talking a substantial difference in where they're going to want to start as far as the market's concerned versus where we are. When the landlord gives their proposal, we'll be able to populate this and we'll get into it. But I want to show you where the market is compared to where we are. So you can see the breakdown. They're going to be in the 3,000 to 4,000 a month, while we are proposing to be in the $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Total rent for our proposal would be $252,000. Total rent for the market proposal would be $327,000 approximately. So that's a quick breakdown. We'll have more details to come once you guys give us your thoughts. Looking forward to talking to you soon.